You always trying to pull some fast maneuvers.
Mr. Brooks.
So if you're not prepared, whose problem is this? I would say yours. Okay. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve, and Sunday. Oh, the fun day. So today we are going to have a sophisticated and classy conversation with Daryl. Just kidding. We're gonna watch Daryl make an ass of himself per usual. Because Daryl. Okay, so now Daryl is upset today. All right, just to give you some premise about what you're about to witness. Daryl is pretty upset because the files that apparently the lawyers that he fired had already prepared, which is the only way that Daryl is actually interrogating or interviewing or whatever, cross-examining these witnesses, is through these files that those lawyers he used to have had already had prepared. So Daryl actually doesn't know what he's doing literally at all. He's literally just going through these files with whatever those lawyers way back then had already, put in kind of the information they had. So Daryl hasn't done any work, just put it like that. Daryl hasn't done any work or looked through, done anything. So they get to this one witness that, of course, he calls because that one's on his list that the lawyers were going to call, but he can't seem to find the file on this particular witness. And so here come witness, and Daryl has no file. Daryl's unhappy about this. And because Daryl can't control his emotions, he's going to try to distract the court into submission instead of handling this like an adult. Because, of course, he's not an adult. He's just a 40-year-old toddler. So let's see what is going on with Daryl today. What is your problem today, Daryl? You always got one. What's today's problem?
Thank you. The record should reflect that the individual known to this court as Daryl Brooks is present in person in custody. He is wearing street clothes, specifically a suit and tie, and he is wearing a mask.
And I do not consent to being called that name, for the record.
Noted. All right. So Mr. Brooks called a witness yesterday. There was an objection. I sustained it, but he also orally moved to dismiss, and I indicated I would take that up outside the presence of the jury. I didn't do that yesterday, so I just...
He asked for the case to be dismissed, you guys. Nice lawyer tactic, I guess. I don't know what you thought was going to come from that, Daryl, but okay.
I want to put on the record that I'm denying the motion without any further consideration or discussion by the parties. He listed two reasons. One was it had to do when he called the state of Wisconsin as a witness for failing to appear. And then for failing to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. There's no legal basis for those motions in law or in fact, and so that's why I'm denying them on the record today. I'm not asking for any further commentary or statements on the issue.
I object to that.
And I intend to have you call the next witness. I just want to confirm with the state who is here this morning.
I object to that ruling, Your Honor.
Noted for the record.
Present this morning, Your Honor.
I would like a legal finding of fact.
Look. He's like, I'm here. So I don't know why y'all keep trying to talk. I don't know. I don't understand what that's all about. I mean, you clearly see me here, right? Y'all see me? You do realize that I'm here. That means me talking. You know talking, me talking. Oh, you're going to talk over me, is you? Oh, is that what you're going to do, Judge? Oh, watch this. Watch this.
Your Honor, consistent with the court's instruction yesterday afternoon, we have present Douglas Kohler, Detective Steve Guth, and Erica Patterson are here now and available.
Now also notice this. She just pronounced his name. She just said Kohler. Now watch how many times this fool act like he don't know how to pronounce it. She just said it. Kohler.
All right, I expect you to call those first three before we get to any other person, not whatever order you want among the three, but those will be the three people called, and then we'll get to the next people according to the scheduling that I put in place yesterday.
I want to state for the record that I intend to appeal that judicial decision made about the motion to dismiss.
Shocking.
No, for the record. All right, let's bring the jury out then.
Actually, the address subject matter jurisdiction still has yet to be proven for the record, and I wanted to address the fact that with this, is it Kohler? Is that how you pronounce the name? Kohler?
We're going to continue with the witnesses. I addressed subject matter jurisdiction repeatedly. There's a written decision I stand behind.
Look at, he's looking at her like that, like, are you trying to talk over me? You hear me over here trying to talk, right? Don't you, Judge? You so disrespectful. Daryl.
You have three witnesses that you subpoenaed. The state made arrangements for them to be here. Whatever order you want to call them in this morning is fine, but those three are here.
That's what I was trying to address right now. I was asking about
go ahead.
the name.
What do you want to address?
The Kohler, how do you pronounce the name? Kohler? I'm still
I don't know,
having
you'll have to ask the witness.
I'm still having trouble finding the file for that particular witness.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, call the jury in.
So I don't know how I'm supposed to.
Mr. Brooks, you were well advised. These are your witnesses that the state made arrangements. You knew who was going to be called. I put that on the record yesterday. So of those three, whatever order you want, but I'm not moving past those three.
I didn't say anything about moving past the three.
I know that. I'm just setting the tone for today that we're going to keep moving.
Okay, I simply stated I'm not ready to ask that witness questions if I can't even find the
I understand,
paperwork.
But that's
what's so funny is so then, Daryl, wouldn't this kind of give you the impression that perhaps maybe you did need the lawyer? Maybe having the lawyer would have helped. What if they didn't have a file for Kohler yet when that happened? What if that file didn't exist yet? What if they were still preparing it when you fired them? So it's not in the box. And here you are calling up people whom you don't have any information about. And we're just expecting to just piggyback off of these people that you just fired. Because you didn't need them, because they had already done all the work for you, you thought. Ha ha. Ha ha.
You not having your paperwork's on you, not anybody else.
That's your problem.
So what am I supposed to ask him?
Oh,
I can't answer.
Scratch your ass, see if that helps.
That's her. You know that.
That's a rush to judge me. You can't rush me to judge me.
Is it a rush? Because I'm in a rush.
Notifying the court that I cannot find the record.
Get you underneath of this here prison. Underneath of the prison. Oh.
Well, you did very well yesterday without your file. So
I'm saying that particular witness.
I'll make a
that
record.
particular
Yesterday,
one?
you asked.
Was it the particular one?
Okay. Hold on a second. Can you have them step back out? Just they can. Yesterday, you said you did not have a file for one of the witnesses, and you did a fine job from my perspective. So
I did what?
You did a fine.
Oh, no. She compliments him. He's like, wait, say that one more time. Say that one more again. She's like, well, you didn't have a file for the last witness either, but you did just fine interviewing him. He's like, wait, what'd you say? Repeat that for me.
Fine job. I just want to say my assessment.
They also
you did
provided
a good
me
job.
with one sheet for that particular witness at that time.
Okay.
So I just went off of that 3 paragraphs.
Now, ain't that something? So he just went through this whole witness. He had this one paragraph, and he just kept repeating the things from that one paragraph. And so when he's doing these witnesses, and it feels like he's just repeating himself over and over and over again, we're not losing our minds. That's exactly what's happening. In the file that was already made by that lawyer he had and fired, right? They only had like a little bit of stuff in there. Maybe they weren't finished yet, right? So if he only has is a paragraph, he's just going to repeat these things for an hour. He's just gonna go through this paragraph, try to rephrase it a little bit like Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls, and he's just gonna like keep rephrasing it in however many ways. And so it looks like he's trying to find out something. That's why it all seems so pointless. This is what we're learning here. This is what he's telling us right now. Okay.
How you're prepared or not is solely on you, sir.
You
You've
problem.
had all of this information.
Yours.
Now we're at the end of the 3rd week of trial. These are your witnesses. I presume that you are prepared in whatever way that is.
How
You're not
can I
gonna
be
hold it
prepared
up.
for? I'm not. So the witness is just supposed to get up there and just. I'm just like,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna have this commentary. Okay,
Nope.
I'm done.
Not
the
talking
jury's
to you,
coming
bro.
out. Be prepared to call.
So
one
that's
of the
a
three.
rush to judgment.
That is not a rush to judgment.
It is a rush to
Again, I'm done.
judgment.
The jury's
It's clearly
coming
a
in.
rush to
And what
judgment
if it
if I'm
is?
telling you that I don't have the
No,
file.
in
How
my
am I
opinion,
supposed?
you're attempting to delay. So
No,
let's
I'm not.
keep
I'm not
going.
attempting to delay
Oh, you're not?
nothing.
Oh,
you
you're
want to
not?
come check the boxes yourself?
Ooh, feisty.
You always trying to pull some fast maneuvers.
Mr. Brooks.
Oh, is it? Okay, so she's trying to pull fast maneuvers. Why? Because you are unprepared. You come in without being prepared. She don't know you ain't prepared. Not that she would care if she did know. But still, she didn't know. So if she didn't know and you're not prepared, whose problem and fault is this? I would say yours, okay? Not mine, not hers, yours. Okay? How is she pulling a fast maneuver? By being psychic and knowing that you don't know what the fuck you're doing? Oh my gosh, Daryl. You slay me, even on a Sunday morning. Oh.
And Miss Judge, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, the
Oh shit. I be making fun of him when I say stuff like that. Miss Judge Lady, you know. He just did it. He's like, don't call her miss, okay? Don't call her miss. That is your honor, okay? Your honor, not hers, that she has to be in your presence. This is your honor, not her honor.
jury's coming in.
Yeah,
Show
and
respect to
they
the
deserve
jury.
to know this too. It's still issues that need to get addressed. We didn't even address everything.
Mr. Brooks, I addressed all of the issues.
No, I
You
still
know
had another one that didn't have nothing to do with nothing we just talked about.
Ain't that something? And it would be nice if you could actually verbalize that and tell us in the court. But instead, you're in here yelling because you're unprepared.
All
There
right.
was a whole nother issue that needed to be addressed that I needed to
And we'll
bring on
address
the
it.
record to
Okay.
your attention.
We'll
Was it there?
address it later.
What was it?
It
Was
needs to get
important?
addressed now before we
Oh,
go
yeah?
any further because
Yeah,
it's an important matter.
With you yelling, it's going to be hard to do
Just like
that.
the subject matter jurisdiction is important. That hasn't.
Oh, is it? Is it important? I mean, because she already addressed it. You basically wiped your ass with it and then said, I didn't get that thing you just gave me. I don't know what that is floating in my toilet.
Been proven on the record.
Ladies and gentlemen of the
Gotta
jury,
prove
this
it,
is
Just like
the
not
rush to
the
judgment.
time for evidence to be presented or arguments to be made by the
I
parties.
can't
The
even
jury
present
will
any evidence. You won't let me even put
disregard
any evidence in the
All
record.
of this
all
that's
of
happening.
these statements
is a
made
rush to
by
judgment.
Mr. Brooks
That's
at this
unfair.
time.
All this bullshit
All
you're
right.
smelling
That's
and
unfair
hearing.
what
The
you're
court
doing.
will address legal matters outside the
Then we
presence.
need to
Everyone
address
can
the
be
legal
seated.
matter that I was trying to get to before
And
you
you
rush
may call your
everything
next
out.
witness, sir.
Oh my gosh. Daryl just don't have his file. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to throw today away. He's just like, I'm not prepared today, so we need to just throw this whole thing out. Okay. Look at him. Oh my gosh. Ew. Oh, I'm sorry. I just got a visual of him smiling for some reason. Like it's like, because I thought of, it's like every once in a while when he does these things, what I think of is like he has children. So there are women, there were women, one of which we met. Speaking of Erica, whom have agreed and consented at some point to like having this thing touch touch them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so whenever I think of it, I go, oh, that means that at some point he was smiling at them, and I go, and then I shiver in my skin. So you know what it looks like when he smiles. It's like, Like, did they just give it to you just to keep you, like, if you stop smiling, if I give you this, will you stop smiling? Because I don't like that. Please stop that. How in the world it's weird. It's just weird. It's just strange. Erica, how did you, why did you do that?
I'm not calling any witness until I get an answer, Your Honor. You're a public servant.
No, cut it out now. Cut it out. I ain't calling no witness because I ain't got no questions to ask because I can't find this here folder that I hope they made for me before I fired them.
You're supposed to be able to answer simple questions.
Mr. Brooks,
if I'm saying I have to bring
call
it to
your
your
next
attention,
witness, please. That's the stage that
I have
we
to
are
bring
at.
it to your attention, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks,
I'm merely seeking to bring an issue to your attention.
No,
I'm
you're not.
I'm asking you to please stop.
And I'm asking you
because we have.
Now keep this in mind. They're almost done. Okay, so he's stalling like a motherfucker at this point. Okay.
The jury present.
I'm asking you.
We need to continue with the evidentiary phase of this trial. Call your next witness.
I'm asking you to address a legal matter, as you said that those have to be taken up outside of the jury.
I will do that at the next break.
There was a legal matter that needed to be addressed beforehand, so we don't have to take up time.
I will do it at the next break
afterwards to address something that needs to be addressed now. That way,
Mr.
the
Brooks,
court and you yourself are on notice.
I will address it at the next break. Call your next witness, please.
Are you asking me?
No, I'm telling you, bro.
I'm directing you to call your next witness.
Your Honor, we're not going to move past this.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Seeing as how you took an oath.
You going to be in the other room, and we're going to skip your witness. This is what we're going to do.
I have your oath. I have a copy of your oath.
Oh, that's funny, Daryl, because I remember you saying you didn't have that. Remember? Y'all remember? He kept complaining, saying, I asked for that, and I never got it. I didn't have this. This is nobody ever provided me for this thing. And now he's like, I got your other office thing right here. What you mean I said I didn't have it? Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. Look at this thing. Look at it. Oh, yeah. So somebody in my comments had posted, his orange shirt. There was a debate going on in my comment section about what that thing was on the front of old Daryl's shirt. And they were like, is that a microphone? Like a clip microphone? I was like, no, it's an L. Like for the sizes of the shirts, they must put them on in the front of the shirts because it was like an L, I guess, for large. And they're like, why would he have a large? He's a little tiny squirt of a person. So, but if you ever you watch those videos or you see Daryl when he's wearing his orange, you also notice he's wearing layers. I've always noticed this. His shirts, he never has on one of those shirts. It's always multiple of the orange shirts. You can look at his collar, you can see there's more than one collar there. So he wears multiple shirts. I don't know if it's like to build himself up to make himself not seem so small. But on top, he wears the large. So it's probably like a small one is on his body, then a medium one on top of that, and then a large one. It's to coat it all, and it makes it seem like he's bigger than he is. So there's the explanation for Daryl wearing a large size shirt. I think that's why everybody was like, what is that? It can't be an L because he's a tiny guy. Maybe L means little. But no, it's because he wears layers. He wears layers on that orange shirt. He's trying to buff himself up to try to scare off the other inmates like a blowfish or a peacock. I'd say more like a blowfish because a peacock is pretty.
Right here. The oath that you took, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, I'd like to continue with testimony. We have witnesses waiting for you. Please call your next witness.
The oath that you swore to protect the Constitution, which you are now not doing.
Oh, yeah. She's
Mr.
protecting
Brooks,
us all.
call your next
your
witness,
sworn
please.
oath. You're going against your sworn oath.
Oh, is she?
Mr. Brooks, call
Did
your
she
next
swear
witness.
for that?
As you notify the jury every time when there's legal matters.
Guess who's going to hold it against her? Nobody. Guess who's going to reward her? Everybody. Oh, justice. Justice. Justice.
Matters, we take them outside of their presence.
And we're going to take testimony right now. Call your next
I
witness.
merely seek to put you on notice on the record for something that needs to be brought to your attention and to the court's attention.
And I will address it.
I'm trying to put you on notice, Judge. You hear me? You are on notice, honey. Daryl, the only thing that we are noticing is the stench coming from this side of the room. How many days now have you missed your shower? Because you said you get to do it twice a week, right? And you're in here every day. You've skipped 2 weeks of shower, haven't you? You did. Come on, you can tell me. Oh my God. That's what the smell is. Okay, got you.
That's what I'm really seeking to do. It's something that shouldn't have to wait because it'll take a valuable time later.
Oh.
At least if I notify you right from.
Oh my God. Oh, valuable time, Daryl? Really? Really? It's going to take up valuable time that, we need to use for important things because I care about the process, Judge. Your Honor, I care about the process. We need to take care of this now, because that very important time needs to be used for things that are important, like, because when y'all digging this hole, helping me dig this hole for myself, I want the dimensions to be right. So when I climb in, I can be nice and snug before you cover me back with all this here dirt, okay? Crawl in the hole, Daryl. It's called the prison. Crawl in the hole, Daryl. And then you will be gone. And then insert the happy face. And that will be us. Look at him. Look, Judge. What you ain't gonna do is get me out of this. That's what you ain't gonna do.
From the onset, you'll already know what we're looking at, and we can nip it in the bud before everything starts to roll.
Oh yeah, nip it.
It gets overlooked.
I will address it at the next break. If you want to write something down, that's fine, and give it to my clerk. I have nothing in writing. I know there's witnesses available and ready to go. Call your next witness.
Your Honor, Your Honor, you have.
Exactly. She said you got 3 witnesses in there today. You can call either one. She says she doesn't care what order. Start with the other 2. You probably are going to be doing those the whole day anyway. That'll buy you another day to find this folder that I hope doesn't exist. But then maybe you can make your own folder. How about you try doing some of your own work to save your own fucking life? How about that? These 2 people come in there trying to, their job is to save your life, and your first instinct is to fire them. But then trust the work. You don't trust them to save you, but you do trust, oddly enough, the work they did, the paperwork and stuff that they were gathering to do such job. So you get rid of them, the people who understand the paperwork that they just made, because it's theirs. But you keep the paperwork they made of the people that you don't trust to get you out of this, or to help you at least. So it's not so bad. Oh, it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, if there's any consolation there, it wouldn't have mattered. You was going underneath this prison for 1,000 years, no matter what, on the strength of Jackson, honey. You don't get to just tote yourself around now. Oh, I don't even want it. You know what? Let me push the play button. My brain's gonna start traveling into Jacksonville, and then I'm gonna be too pissed to proceed.
I have to answer this question. That's you're
Mr.
making a
Brooks,
judicial determination.
call your next witness, please.
You're rushing me to judge me, Your Honor.
There's no rush to judgment.
There is
Yes,
a
there
rush
is.
to judgment. If you want,
Get up underneath this prison, pronto.
I informed you that I had some legal issues that needed to be addressed before you just run right past that, Your Honor. You're a public
Mr.
servant.
Brooks,
Are you not a
it
public
is
servant?
9:37. Call
It is
your
8:37.
Sorry, 8:37. You're right. Call your next
The judge
witness.
trying to fast forward, honey. She's like, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I gotta go home and get my freedom sandwich. Like, I gotta get my freedom sandwich. She look, she was trying to rush one. She like, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's time to go home. Like, Your Honor, we just got here. It's like 8 o'clock. She like, are you serious? Please, no.
You're rushing me to judgment.
There's no rush to judgment. Call your next
We
witness,
had a
please.
legal
After she
matter
fast forwarded
that
an
needed to
hour.
be addressed, and I'm merely trying to
And I'm
notify the court.
Telling you
at
I'm
the
denying the
onset-
request to address it at this moment. Call your next witness.
You said what?
I'm denying your request to address it at this moment. Please
How
call.
can you deny
please,
something that we're supposed to do before
Mr.
the jury
Brooks.
even
I
comes
just
out?
did. Because I said we would
Call
do it
your
at
I'm
the
not
break.
seeking to be disruptive. I'm just seeking to understand why we do this
Everyone
every day.
is in the courtroom waiting for you. Please call your next.
Exactly. We do this every day. It's weird that you're not learning. When you see and do the same thing every day, the normal thing to happen would be that you would learn from that. And so that would modify the way that it happens every day, or maybe it doesn't now happen every day because now you're not learning anything. So you keep repeating the same thing every day is what you mean. To the point where the judge is being like, just don't bring up that subject, that matter in that fucking jurisdiction.
We do this every single day.
Oh my God,
We've done it every single day. So I'm simply trying to make sure that the court is notified.
Oh my God.
Put it in writing, hand it to the bailiff, and if I.
Okay, we do this every day. So I'm just trying to make sure that you're notified. Well, if you're doing it every day, then you know that she's been notified because you've done it every fucking day. So you just contradicted the shit out of yourself with that one. Oh my God.
I deem it important enough to interrupt the witness, I will, but call your next witness.
How can I call a witness and write something down and do
You can
both?
take a minute to write down what it is. I'm not asking you to.
Why it needed to be addressed.
Are you serious? You know what? Yeah, so if you start to sympathize somehow, some way with this, and it's like he's just trying to get these things, handled and such and who's and how, okay? He's just so like, what, you want me to write this thing down but then I'm supposed to interview the witness? I mean, come on, you're trying to make me do all these things. You're trying to make me juggle. I'm gonna be doing enough of that in prison. You're gonna be juggling, y'all. Cup them good. Keep them warm, Daryl. They're gonna get angry if you don't. It cups them high, Or else he gonna bang you on the top of your head. You want to do a good job. If you're gonna do it, do a good job, okay? Mama said, come on, my mama said.
Beforehand.
Mr. Brooks,
That way
the
it
jury is
doesn't become
remaining in this
Mama,
courtroom.
Mama,
Call your
Mama.
next witness, please.
Your Honor, you're rushing me to judgment.
There's no
Yep.
rush to judgment.
Yes,
Are
there
you
is.
are you not a public servant, Your Honor?
Mr. Brooks,
Do I not have your oath of office?
under 90611,
You know what's so funny? He keep talking about she's a public servant. I'll wait. Somebody tell me. But like in fact, let's do a raise your hand if you believe that Daryl has ever paid a tax in his life. I'm sure he shoplifts. He just looks like it. So he steals his stuff that he wants, and then he ain't never had no jobby job. So Daryl don't pay no taxes. You ain't paying for this woman's job, okay? He be the first one when the police show up talking about, I pay your salary. No, you don't, because you don't pay no taxes, baby. Because you don't have no job, and you steal. I said with utter confidence that he steals, even though I don't know necessarily that I don't have proof that he steals, but look at him. If you don't think that Daryl steals, I think that's why his fingers be like stuck like this, because he still got the glue on them. Sticky fingers, sticky finger Daryl. Everything he touched is sticky. It's just what he seemed like. It feel like he steals. That would explain him wearing all those layered shirts, stealing people's shirts. They didn't issue him no fucking large shirt. He stole that from somebody.
this
Allegedly.
court has the authority, as you know.
Do I not have?
Call,
is this not a copy, or I asked for certified copies that you said on record that you would not provide for no good reason? That these are three.
Because I didn't
Sir,
feel like
three of your
you are
oaths.
doing this,
Right
and I've
here.
repeatedly told you, you can see the jury's here.
You're
You're doing this.
Listen,
We
Your
need to go
I'm not
forward.
Oh, let's all imagine together what the jury's looking like right now watching this. I bet they're like, I don't know why he's stalling for. He getting up underneath this prison. I mean, he getting all the guilties. We in here playing tic-tac-toe. We ain't even deliberate. We ain't deliberate since day 2 or 3. And we just be in there chilling and bonding about telling campfire stories and shit. We're planning a big festive reunion for next year. We're planning that. It's a big party. It's a get Daryl under the prison bash. We're gonna all get together and celebrate the day that we got to say, get up under the prison, get up under there forever. Oh my gosh. Oh, Daryl. We're gonna do it on an island in tribute to that island he got sitting on the top of his fucking head. We're gonna do it in Hawaii. In tribute, Daryl. In tribute. In your honor.
I'm not attempting to delay the proceedings. I'm not attempting to be disruptive. I'm merely trying to notify your honor in the court for the record beforehand. That way, everyone's at least on notice of the issues that need to be taken up instead of waiting until a break or a lunch.
What's so crazy? He has to know that he's never getting out. Like, yeah, even if, like, cause serious, like on some serious shit, right? Even if they didn't give him 1,000 years, which is just hilarious, right? Even if they didn't give him 1,000 years, he was gonna get at least 100 solid. So he wasn't gonna live to 140. Not with his hairline behaving like that. It's giving me signs that something's already going wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like these weird finger movements make me think you got 20 years tops left anyway. So you were never gonna make it out. So if this ain't stalling, then I don't know what is. Okay, is what I'm saying. This is all for nothing. Daryl, you doing all of this for nothing, just to buy time. That's why I say he's just buying time. These are days of his life that he won't be spending in prison. He's probably hoping that God will just strike him dead right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just zap, and then he will never have had to go there to the prison.
And things of that nature, which kills
my
valuable
discretion,
time.
It's my authority. It's the courtroom that I'm presiding over. I'm not going to address that at this moment.
Is this not your
and
oath?
I'm not going to answer.
Did you not swear as a public servant that you will protect the United States Constitution? Did you not do that? Witness. 3 times. I have all of them. Here, your oath, Your Honor, as a public servant. And Mr. now you're rushing me to judgment.
There's no rush
when I'm doing things lawfully by trying to notify you and notify the court
things that do not have to be done right this second.
Mr. Brooks,
beforehand.
We are in the evidentiary phase of this trial.
Your Honor, you're
call your next witness.
Evidence.
You're rushing me to judgment, Your Honor. And I object to that.
I'm aware of 3 witnesses who are here. Call one of them, please.
Your Honor, I object to that.
Your objection's noted.
And I want a legal reconsideration of your ruling. If not, I reject that ruling and take exception to that ruling.
I understand.
I request a legal or factual basis for your ruling.
Acquittal. You want to be acquitted?
Finding of fact.
Come on.
Ask for the acquittal. Of law for your ruling. And if not that, an interlocutory, declaratory appeal for this matter. And if not, these need to be stayed until this matter is before adjudicated court of competence.
Adjudicated? Is it adjudicated? Look at her. Look at her. Adjudicated. Is it adjudicated? Or is it adjudicated? Is it adjudicated? It's adjudicated, isn't it? Yeah. I know you said it wrong. He ain't figured it out though. He don't know. He thinks he said it right. He's just reading this list. Daryl, close that Encyclopedia Britannica that you was reading. What is you doing? Like, that is too advanced for you. And you know this, man.
Jurisdiction. Because we have not proven jurisdiction in this court as of yet. Subject matter jurisdiction has not even been proven on the record, Your Honor. I don't even know the true nature and cause of the charges against me. I don't even understand that part.
I don't understand the charges. Like, I ran over some people and then suddenly I was here. Like, y'all gonna need to make a bridge between those two things because I don't understand how this happened. What is the charge? What am I even here for, Judge? Y'all need to let me go. Get these things off my ankles. Get me out of here. Okay? This is unjustified. There are people outside that I have not hit with my car yet. And they're waiting on me, Your Honor. Oh my God.
I understand your request.
Provided a complaint. I haven't, Your Honor, there's so many issues.
Mr. Brooks,
I'm not attempting to
Mr.
be disrespectful in any way.
We
need to continue.
To delay the proceedings.
You ain't?
Requests are denied.
Yeah, you clearly
are.
And I'm going to instruct the jury at this point to disregard and not consider any of what has just happened since you walked in. It should not be held against Mr. Brooks in any way. These are legal
you shut up for that part, didn't you, Daryl?
May or may not need to address, but they do not bear in any way on ultimately the issues that you as jurors will have to decide. And I'm instructing you to disregard what you have just heard and seen.
Your Honor, with everything that I just said, be made part of the record.
It's on the record. I'm telling the jury that it shouldn't affect anything that they're doing in any way.
Your Honor, it's a rush to judgment.
Mr. Brooks.
Because, Your Honor, I just showed you.
And then he starts right back up. He just starts right back up. He's like, I came in today to talk, you guys. This is my therapy session. I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to talk over everybody. And I'm just going to, this is just me. This is just a me day, okay? Just me being me, doing me shit, okay? Me. All right, Daryl.
Your oath that you swore to took. You swore you
Mr.
did
Brooks,
this, Your Honor.
Please call your next witness.
You took these oaths of offices. You did, Your Honor.
These oaths of offices?
I understand my oaths,
which is
sir,
very
well.
commendable that that you decided to be a public servant in these type of matters, Your Honor. I respect it to the fullest, but also you have to uphold these oaths.
All right, I'm going to have to excuse the jury since Mr. Brooks is not calling his witness. We'll hopefully bring you back out shortly.
You have to.
Yeah, good luck with that, Your Honor.
These oaths of offices. You have to, as a public servant, Your Honor. I respect
these oaths
being a
of
public
offices.
servant.
Hey, Daryl, nobody gives a shit whether you in particular respect them. Like, nobody's losing sleep behind the lack of respect that they are getting from a Daryl, okay? I mean, I've worked my whole life, I've tried so hard to do the right thing and to be an honorable person. I got all the way to the Supreme Court and, did all these things, but, it's just always bothered me that Daryl doesn't respect me. Really? You think that's a thought for anyone? I just, he thinks it. He thinks it, y'all. Just so there's no mistaking it. He thinks that. He thinks that his respect is something that matters to people. It don't, Daryl. We don't give a shit.
And this is not to take a shot at you in any way, but these issues
Brooks,
that I have,
I'm gonna take a shot.
they need to be addressed. They need to be
1,000 years gonna hit you. Bow, bow.
This is a clear bias.
Mr. Brooks, you are to stop talking.
Are you asking me?
I'm advising you, or you will forfeit your right to be present in this
So you're holding
courtroom
me
for
in
the
contempt.
questioning of your first witness.
Get him in the other room.
Me in contempt.
Fuck that. No, he said enough, Judge. Get him in that other motherfucking room. He need to be in there muted like a motherfucker. No witnesses for you, bro. No witnesses for you. You can go over there and cuss to yourself like you like to do on mute, which I think is something that you should be doing for the rest of your life. Just sitting in a room fucking talking to your goddamn self. But don't just talk. You need to be fussing at yourself just like you did at everybody else your whole life. You need to be in there just cussing at yourself, telling yourself you ain't shit. Now that's justice. Justice.
Holding you in contempt.
Then how can you remove me from the courtroom when I haven't given consent?
Mr. Brooks, I'm advising you at this moment to call your next witness, or you will forfeit the right to call these witnesses.
You can't.
Under 906.11.
Oh, he gonna shut the fuck up because one of those witnesses is his precious Erica. Oh, he like, wait, Erica's in this batch. You can't do that. I need to give her the business one more time before I go underneath this here prison. I need to give her the business one more time. One more again.
11, you are refusing to call a witness.
I didn't refuse anything, Your Honor.
She should say that. She should say, all right, you ain't going to get the interview,
deny me my
Erica.
Sixth Amendment right, which is
Mr.
to
Brooks,
call
do you want
witnesses,
to be present in
which
this
is to subpoena
courtroom
witnesses.
while you question your first witness? Because it is now 8:44 and you've consistently talked in front of the jury who's no longer in this courtroom on issues that you have been advised and are fully aware are not relevant to their determination despite what you believe the law
This didn't have anything
is.
to do with the
Subject
jury,
matter that is what you referenced in front of the jury, and then you referenced
after I
my
had raised the issues that I was
subject
trying to
matter
raise.
jurisdiction, as you know,
Look at that
is
lip flap.
not
As I
something
don't know.
the state has to be.
I
The
can't
state
even
It
must
has to be
prove.
proven. It has to be. And
You are
if it doesn't,
frankly
show me
confusing
lawful law.
civil
Show me lawful
jurisdiction
law,
in
Your Honor.
federal cases with criminal court jurisdiction in the state of Wisconsin.
You don't have criminal.
That
you
has
don't
been
even
made
have.
abundantly
You don't
clear.
have subject matter jurisdiction or personal jurisdiction.
Mr. Brooks,
Or personal jurisdiction. You don't. You haven't proven.
you have not.
haven't
I
proven
excuse
for
the
the
jury.
record.
I'll give you the opportunity to raise whatever issue it was, but you need to do it now or we're moving forward.
That's what I want to do.
Then
That's
do
what I was
it. Then
intending
do
to
it. Then open your mouth and do it.
Interrupt me one more time, you're going to go do it from the other courtroom.
And
Because
so
you're
you're
being
holding me in contempt?
all right. He can
Yep,
go to the
bye.
other courtroom
Yeah,
and
bye.
we will address these issues because
holding
you
me in
are
contempt?
not
Bye.
being respectful.
Get him outta here.
You are disruptive. You are interrupting.
I'd be like, hey, look, bailiff, you gonna snatch this thing up out of here right now, or I'm throwing this goddamn gavel. Okay. I ain't saying another fucking word. I'm gonna close my eyes for 5 seconds. When I open them back up, he bet not be in my sight. He bet not. It's gonna be a problem.
I will give you one more opportunity.
No, fuck that. No more opportunities.
Don't interrupt me again. Don't
No.
roll your eyes at me. Don't sigh at me.
Look at.
You have delayed these proceedings now by 15 minutes because of your.
You see him do this side. Don't roll your eyes at me. So he rolls his eyes. Don't sigh at me. You are gonna be such a good little bitch in prison, Daryl. I mean, they're gonna love you. Like the bitch behavior. You're already there. You're like prepared. You're prepared for the role that you about to play. Okay.
Nonstop commentary. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to listen to you. What issue do you want to raise, sir?
So are you letting me make
Oh
an
my
offer of
fucking
proof of my
God.
opinion?
No, because that's not what's relevant at this time, sir. If you don't need to make an offer of proof. Tell me what the issue is. You said you have a legal issue you want to raise before we get going. What is that issue?
Okay.
He don't have
The
one.
legal issue is
And I gotta
this.
think of something.
Detective Casey yesterday testified for the second time under oath in
Under oath.
reference to exhibits 13 and 14 that showed the backyard of my mother's home, which he stated that he had been to the home, had seen the backyard, all this stuff, when he did not, in fact, even speak with my mother. It was brought to my attention that
Okay, first of all, if he testified that he had been in her backyard, you know, you don't have to see a person to be in their backyard. I don't know if you noticed. You definitely don't have to speak to them. I've been in people's backyards and I didn't even know whose backyard it was. So, yeah. So that's stupid. Okay, next.
my mother, in fact, never spoke to any law enforcement from Waukesha.
Would you like to add her to your witness list to call her?
Yes, I would.
All right, that's
Because
fine.
she's
That's
willing,
how we'll
she's
address
willing
that.
to come.
But that's not something
Oh,
we
is
need
she
to
willing?
address this
It needs
right
to be
away,
addressed
sir.
because
Now that's hilarious. She's willing to come. It's funny that she never showed up though, isn't it? Oh, you want to force her on there? Oh, he probably wanted her to be subpoenaed because she wouldn't come without a subpoena. Oh, is that what happened? Oh, he wanted his mother to have, his mother wasn't going to come because she was like, Daryl, get your ass up underneath this prison. You've been cutting up your whole life. Just get under there. Just shut up. And he was like, but mom, you need to come here. Oh, you ain't gonna come? Well, I'm gonna make you come. You know, same thing what they do to the judge. I'm gonna make you come. You coming up in here. So there. So he's trying to get her subpoenaed so she'll have to come. He tried to force even his mother up in here. He wanted to torture everyone in his life one more good time before he go up underneath this here prison. This prison.
Because of the issue of the subpoena. That's the reason why it needed to be addressed. That's the reason why I was trying to attempt to bring it to your attention. It could have been done on a break.
All right, so
will I be?
You're asking me to add Dawn Woods to
You've been talking for a goddamn hour. She can't finish a fucking sentence. Look at this shit. Oh my God. When I tell you, the gavel needed to be thrown. I gotta stop, y'all. I gotta stop. This is running on forever. Daryl, you are pissing me off.
The witness list for you.
Yes, but I also have a question about the subpoena.
Okay. The subpoena for whom?
For my mother.
Okay.
But I would also like to subpoena the phone records so it can be made part of the record of the conversation, since the prosecution listens to all the phone calls. They should be able to have heard that phone call as well. So they should be on notice of what was said.
I don't know what phone call you're referring to. If you're
referring
to a jail phone call,
I'm referring to a jail phone call that was made last night, October 20th, between 7:54 p.m. and 8:10 p.m., which I'm sure the prosecution has heard by now. And that also brings up the issue of...
Oh, did he say something weird in there? Or, it's like, if the conversation is from last night, I mean, what's gonna be in this conversation? What is it? You saying, it wasn't me, it was a guy named Steve. I need to bring this evidence in so that the jury's gonna hear this and they're gonna be like, oh wow, see, look, in this conversation that he just had last night, he's clearly just said that he didn't do it. So we got to let him go. Daryl, what is wrong with you? Like, you are, what, how, where, when? Oh my gosh. I just, whenever people act like this, I always end up, my brain takes me back to when they were a kid. Or when they're even a baby. It's like, when you get this baby and you hold this baby and you're like, oh my God, you think of all the things that the baby can do. The baby's going to grow up and it could be anything because it's just like an empty box. You can put anything in it. The possibilities are endless, right? So you got this little baby and it's like, oh my God, it can be anything. Look at it smile. It's so innocent. And then it turns into this. It turns into this. Fast forward 40 years and it's this thing. And all you can think is, man, should have swallowed that one. Should have swallowed that one for sure. Yeah, that one should have been swallowed. Yeah, no, that one went to the wrong place. No. I can't believe that this is the sperm that won the race. But it did. It won the race to the egg. Daryl won a race. First thing he ever done was won a race, and it's the last thing he ever won. He's been losing ever since. He won the race as a sperm to the egg. Oh, I did it. I'm the one that made it. Oh, he was a twin. Oh, that's right. He was a twin. So he didn't win the race. His sister won the race and he was hanging on to her fucking coattail. Yep. Okay. So that makes sense. Now that makes more. That's what I was thinking. How the fuck did he win? Like, that's weird that he won. Right? But he didn't. She won. And he was hanging on to her coattails. He had her by the tail. He probably accidentally even. He didn't even hang on to her on purpose because it would be too smart. That would be too smart. So he accidentally got tangled on there, Their tails got tangled together and he got to accompany her on her coming into the world. Just a fucking tag along his whole life. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. I just explained how we got Daryl. This is how Daryl came to be. I feel better about it now. Because I thought he won a race, but turns out he didn't. He just fucking cheated. Same fucking shit. He never changed. He's the same now as he was as a sperm. Okay? Same. Cheater, pumpkin eater. Okay? All right, we're going to stop there. Y'all know what to do, okay? That was a little too much fun for a Sunday morning. Y'all behave, okay? Just do it. Just do it because Mama said do it. Because I can't do it. Mama can't. She just can't. Nothing else to talk about, okay? Mama love you. Yes, she do. You know that, okay? Peace.